All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to him. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Running in the red zone. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm. But even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
crew all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. That'll be caught. Here's Ty Chandler. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they'll decline this and take the result. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running it after the penalty. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll stick with Chandler. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play coming here. He gets this one to Chandler. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's incomplete left side.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows and the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Fielded at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain. Within 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Working inside the red zone. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead to 7. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Power squib kick is taken in. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. It's his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Saints likely looking at a punt. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Now he starts from the 6. He found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Falcons will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
380. Good hunt. Baylor tight. Good hunt.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Hey, Kappa. Home to troops right. 12. Sit.
Herbert now off the play fake. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. DeMarco Helms with the INT. Oh boy, they cleaned up the shoes from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Chris Olave with the touchdown. So the Saints offense staying on the fields. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Let's go. Hey, Ray. Go.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Set. 380. Good out. 5-9. Ready.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. He's trying to push the field. That one's intercepted. DeMarco Helms with the INT. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I don't think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10 now. Finds a seam down the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at the 6. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Complete on the option. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. The Saints trying a 2-point conversion once again. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he's going to get in. The try is good. Their lead stretches to 6. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Let's go. Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ready.
Looking to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
One final shot before halftime. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now a give. It's Chandler headed left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be second and 1. Now the shotgun give to Chandler. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Short pack. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
And that is the definition of an impact play from the defense. Everything been going poorly for them, right? They're poised to surrender some big yardage, but one big hit changed all of it and creates a big play on their side instead.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, Well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he'll start pushing them into field goal range. A small gain to the 38. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that makes it 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He has the first over the middle. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Has some space inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons capitalize on the fumble with 6. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He'll begin his return from the 11. He loses it on the hit. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate.
Yep.
This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. To throw here on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We send a man in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. This is hauled in by Chandler. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more but a modest gain.
Another turnover. This time it's an interception. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now the give for Bijan. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Alontae Taylor making the stop. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. From the gun, it's Robinson. Space to the left. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Go. Set.
From the red zone now. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons lead by 15 now. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
A tight end in motion now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Working quickly here. Throwing it again here. Into the hands of Olave. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So here are the Saints facing a consequential 2-point attempt. And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a 1-score ball game. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Hey, Ram. Go.
They'll run it with Bijan. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Baylor tight. Set.
He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints have some new life in the 4th.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 3. That's him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll throw on 1st. It is cut left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw it again. He gets this one to Chandler. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Here's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons holding just a 1-point advantage. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Hey, easy. OP. 59. Set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. On target to Worthy. No one around. He's got space. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Here's a give to Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hey, Ram. Real it.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, go lion. Crowd right. Baylor Tiger.
Back to throw. We'll have the first down and even more. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Baylor Tiger. Go.
Here's Robinson. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And, yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons grow their lead to 8. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That's completed right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game.
So that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.